So I would like to offer you a key sentence to consider when you are writing a difficult email. Recently I wanted to ask for money back on a product, and for various reasons it wasn't a straightforward request. I was really delighted to get an immediate refund and almost more delighted to have a lovely email alongside it. And I want to pass on this tip in case it can be helpful to you too. So let's imagine that you need to be in touch with a work colleague who hasn't produced some reports that they've promised you, or your child's school introduces a new policy and you are worried about its impact. How can you write in a way which is most likely to mean that you are heard, that you get what you need, and that the relationship is looked after? So the key that I would like to offer is that you start by conveying your understanding of the other person's perspective. So the sentence I most often find myself using starts with, "I imagine that you ... In my case with the refund, I imagine that you are under particular pressure in the run into Christmas and with several staff away." You could also say, "I really get that you ... or it sounds like you ... The important thing is that you acknowledge your best understanding of where they are at in a way that feels authentic for you. So tips to make this work, 3 tips. 1, connect with what you imagine might be happening with the other person before you say what is troubling you. So the majority of us really enjoy being heard for our experience, and are then much more able to take on board your experience. Secondly, you do not need to agree, thankfully, with the other person or deny the impact that their actions have on you. You just need to be able to step over to their island for a moment. Those of you who know my book and me will know that I cannot mention islands without showing Lily's beautiful picture. I'm just going to make sure you can see it. Right, so here we go. And you can see here that we've got, oh, that's the finger on the wrong side. You can see here we've got the island on one side and the person from the island, that's you, crossing over. Here you are, listening to what's going on for the other person. But you can always come back at any time to your own island. You don't need to accept living in the other person's world. The third tip is that this is not for heavy emotional situations where you are triggered. If you are furious about something, it's actually probably not a good idea to be emailing at all, and not until you've sorted out what's going on for you. You will be much more effective and much more likely to achieve what you're after once you've done some work on that. So I really hope that has been helpful. Thank you for joining me again.